It's 2024 and I thought I'd update you on the 7 reasons not to move to Bloomington. I get a lot of people suggesting what I should be talking about, and I'm just going to give you a brief overview of some of the reasons you may not want to live in Bloomington. So we have a limited job market. If you do not work for Indiana University or are a part of that educational community and you're not in the healthcare field, this might not be the town for you. We have a lot of healthcare opportunities and educational opportunities, but other than that, there are startups here as well, but a lot of people find it challenging to find work in Bloomington. So that is something that you definitely want to consider. Number 2 would be seasonal weather. So we are in the Midwest and we have cold winters, and this winter has already gotten into the negatives. That usually doesn't happen. The whole nation had a cold front. So we do have snow here and ice and cold weather. And in the summer, we also have hot, humid summers. Now, it's not going to be like Florida or the southern states, anything like that, but a lot of people complain about the humidity in Bloomington and that it's too hot. People want a more mild climate, so you might have to go out west or something to get a more mild, neutral climate. So there's that to prepare for. We have 4 seasons here, and you will experience the cold winters and the hot summers. Traffic and transportation. Bloomington is a town of 85,000 people, 45,000 of it being college students. So when you get around the university and classes are letting out, it's impossible to navigate around there. And also peak times of the day, it's going to present a challenge too. And if you don't live within walking distance to your work, you are either going to be riding a bike, taking public transit, or you're going to have a car. Bloomington is very much a car community, although they are making it a lot more friendly for bicycles, and we do have a pretty good public transit option. Now, the public transit, you can purchase a pass for $75 for 6 months. I believe it's $1 a ride. If you work for the city or Indiana University, it's free. So there's those options too. And the Bloomington Transit goes all around the city. But if you live outside of the city, it's going to be, your transportation options are going to be a car. So you want to keep that in mind for sure. While Bloomington is known for its cultural and intellectual atmosphere, it's got limited diversity. So even though Indiana University is very diverse, and we think of Bloomington as really diverse for Southern Indiana, it's still not going to have the flavor of a big city. So that's something to keep in mind as well. While Bloomington is generally considered affordable, it's not for a lot of people. So the rents here are very high. The housing is 4% higher than the national average, and the utilities come in right at the national average. So while that doesn't seem that bad, it is a little more expensive to live in Bloomington versus, say, Indianapolis. So you're going to have that to contend with. But a lot of other people that aren't here for the university or work are going to find it challenging to find rentals or to purchase housing. Limited entertainment options. The university brings a ton of entertainment options, and we have a lot to do here. Bloomington is very on top of putting on programs for people. There's all kinds of nightlife and cultural events, Broadway shows, you can find all kinds of things to do, but a lot of people will say that there is nothing to do in Bloomington. But like I've said before in some of my other videos, you can go out of town to Indianapolis, which is only an hour north of Bloomington. A lot of people will find there's just not as many things to do as in a big city. Educational institution dominance. So Bloomington is pretty much defined by Indiana University, and people that aren't affiliated with the university will say it's very university centric, which it is and it isn't, but a lot of people feel that if you don't have anything to do with IU, the town is not for you. So there's mixed reviews on that, but I would definitely study all your options before you decide to make a move to Bloomington. I am not affiliated with the university at all, but I am very much a Hoosier, and I don't seem to think that there's a problem, but there are a lot of people that comment on my channel that do think there's a huge problem. So know this before you move here, and I will put all my contact information below. If you're looking for housing, I will be glad to help you. Give me a call, text, or email.